Welcome back, everybody, to another Gregtech New Horizons live stream. Hopefully you're all doing very well today. So we have Meme, Darius, and Doma right away in the stream. First, second, and third. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I greatly appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and switch over the camera as well as loading up my stream on my phone. So keep an eye on the chat. TikTok stream is live. Alright, also I might have to turn down the music just a little bit. Alright, that's a little bit better. So, switch over the camera, start recording, close the TikTok chat a little bit. Alright, and turn up the brightness on my phone. It's better. So what is the stream plan? The stream plan is I would like to hopefully get an ore washer today. That would be kind of nice. So we're just kind of waiting on some Grizium plates. And then we can start building some of the blocks and stuff for that. Centrifuge, electrolyzers, something else. The washer... Well, I guess they'd have to go way back there now at this point. So they can't go out here because then they'd block off the pathway. Unless I did 3 out this way, but no, I'd like to keep it back there. So yeah, I'd like to get a washer set up so that way we can start continuing to, what is it, enhance the secondary, not the secondary, but just the ore processing area. I forgot what we call that exactly. Grandpa Slug and Ray, welcome into the stream. So there's that. I mean, it would be really nice as well to hopefully get, what do you want to call it? A chemical reactor that is actually automated. So we can get like molten polyethylene and all that fun stuff from it. Alright, hold on a second. So isn't there a way to where I'd have to mess with it or something, but like you can export certain fluids when a tank gets down to a certain level, so that way it automatically crafts like that. I never messed with any of that. I'm the one and Brownie, welcome to the stream. Hello Faye, welcome in. Alright, so let's go drop off our stainless steel. The dog and dragon. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the likes, Faye. I greatly appreciate it. The level emitter. So yeah, we have to look at that. Hey, thank you very much for the follow as well. I greatly appreciate it. So yes, let's go to the AE2 system. Out of polytetrafluoride. Yes, turn on the LCR. So it's basically the same as the fluid detector cover, except it detects based on what's in your network. Click a cell in the center to specify an empty hand to clear. Okay. There's also a block version of it, and you choose the item/liquid amount. Really? Oh, is this the one you're talking about? The fluid auto filler? Creates fluid canning pattern with given. No, I don't think so. Mid-level terminal, unless it's that. Oh, mid-level maintainer automatically keeps items and fluids in stock by requesting new crafts when needed. Has to be connected to a me network. Mid-level maintainer. So niobium titanium. Crabs. Crabs lol. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. And user 9733711247132. Me level maintainer. Alright, so this shouldn't be too bad to make. Artem, welcome to the stream. Crafting cards. Alright, let's see if we can make a crafting card. Actually, we just make a recipe for the crafting card. Why not? Make a recipe for everything now. Ew. It's kind of a gross one. Oh, we could just use a regular crafting bench? Oh, it's easy. Okay, I was like, auto workbench. That's kind of annoying. Boop, boop, boop. Molecular assembler. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more pattern cards. Hold on. Let's make a bunch of pattern cards. Can we make like 8? Ouch! That's a lot of central processing units. Eesh. Alright, so we have whatever. We have the crafting card. We should have that. We should have that. Now we have titanium plates. We should have. Shaped crafting. Molecular assembler. Alright. So now if someone wants to make level maintainer craft 1 4 niobium titanium plates. Do I have niobium titanium? I thought I did. Yes, we do. Boom, 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 boom. Bending machine. Alright, so we have that bender, we have the multi-block bender. Alright, Sammy, welcome to the stream, and Kumo, welcome in. Ashton, how you doing today? Level maintainer, yes, keep forgetting. What? I have 40 crafting cards? Holy crap. That was from the loot bags. Fluid level maintainers, okay. King Ryan, welcome to the stream. The shape goes into the shape press. That presses the shape into the pressed shape. What? Kuzan, welcome back. How you doing? S'mores, welcome to the stream. Shape press goes into... Or the shape goes into the shape press. That presses the shape into the pressed shape. Oh, it... I need help with Bloons Tower Defense 6. What kind of help do you need? Oh, so here's where you probably put like molten, poly. Disabled, enabled. See, submit. I'm trying to beat a today challenge in Bloons Tower Defense 6, but every time I try, it freezes my iPad and no tap anything. Not sure what the issue would be. It sounds very, very annoying, though. I'm sorry that I have to deal with that. Level maintainer. Amount to maintain. So yeah, 10K. Crafting batch size. When craft requests are emitted, the requester will use the batch size for the request. Using larger batches will increase the speed of stocking up items, but will require more crafting storage. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. What? Is it not like stay because it's not connected to the network? What did you do after getting the clean room? I'm stuck right now in early HV. I don't know what to do next. So, what's what are your quests that you have right now to do? Murky, welcome to the stream, and Danny, hello. So I'm assuming once you get to the clean room, you have to make some of the nano processors in order to get into EV. So let's connect this to our system. Hold on. Pickaxe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000. Okay. So you would just have to have it connected to the system like this. Ooh. Alright, chat, you know what we're gonna do? Because we're testing things out, we're gonna go to the creative world real quick. We're gonna try and automate some chemicals in the LCR. Need me a compressed chest. Italian, hello. And Michaela, hello. Or Micula. Olive oil up. Ah, yes, olive oil up. How you doing? Blocky, welcome to the stream. We're pretty safe right here. Is the decent setup already right here? Oh yeah, see, I was testing out my my P2P networks. Alright. Vibe check passed, you're good. Sounds good, thank you very much. Glad I passed the vibe check. But yeah, we're just messing around in good old Gregtech New Horizons over here, trying to practice some, I don't know, automation with some of our machines. What kind of things do you enjoy, Italian? In terms of, like, gaming? Yeah, so I was talking about in the Discord earlier that, what is it, I fell asleep yesterday at like 6:30 at night. I woke up yesterday for work very, very tired at, what is it, like 4:30 in the morning, but I was just like, yeah, I could have sat at the computer, but I didn't. I laid down and I watched, I don't know, just random videos on my phone, and I just fell asleep. And I just decided not to get up, and then, yeah. I should have woke up at like 3 o'clock today, so it was only like 8 hours of sleep, but oh well. Alright, so LCR, let's look for that. Chemical reactor. Mega? No, we just want... No, we don't even want the large one. We want normal. Actually, no, it is large, though. Alright. Uses... Cat's being a crackhead. She wants to get in. She wants breakfast, but it's not breakfast time. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna set this up. Set up right here. This will be perfectly fine. So get some upgraded hatches. Super tanks, yeah, we'll want some of those. Maybe some conduits. No, and actually we won't want conduits. We're gonna want to try and pretend it's all stored in the system. Energy hatch, muffler. I don't know if this needs a muffler or not. Maintenance hatch, there we go. One chemical thing block in the middle, not two. Really? Oh, it is only one. Huh. Okay. Did he want to share the multi-block? What do you mean, coffee? What's going on? How you doing today, though? Input hatch. Move my TikTok chat. EV. How bad are these to make? Steel tank. Ain't that bad. Let's just do HV once. HV is gonna be more likely. Chat, I'm gonna be a busy dude next week. I'm gonna have a lot of work. Alright, input hatches. So we're gonna do boom, 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 boom. We really don't need that many input for items. Okay, where's my screwdriver? I'm just gonna craft this up. I have to go, Blaze. Bye and have fun making the fluid automation. We'll see you later, Darius. Have a good rest of your day. Greatly appreciate you stopping in to say hello. We'll see you next time. Output bus HV. Output hatch. Okay, we got the inputs there. Cat's still trying to jump into the room. Silent. Let me see. The name went away, but Silent, thank you very much for the likes. I greatly appreciate it. Minecraft lover, welcome into the stream. We'll let the kitty cat in. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Minecraft lover. I greatly appreciate it. Come on, kitty cat. You want to tell the audience you're hungry? I know. Come on in. No. Alright. As soon as I start walking towards the door, she thinks I'm going to the kitchen to feed her, but nope. Not yet. It's not breakfast time yet. Is that multi-block for LCR crafting automation? It is. So we're trying to test out and see how this automation is supposed to work. See, now she's clawing at the door again. Alright, so we'll do output there, input there. I guess I should have like the network visualization tool and whatnot, but oh well. We should have plenty of channels for that. I forgot that farm is still going over there to power all that stuff. Oh. Well, I guess I could send a big power cable this way. Power this silly thing. So have our batteries. Ew, HV power. That's terrible. Well, I guess whatever. It doesn't matter for the power. I could always just move it over here and then just increase the power over at my actual base in the real world. Okay, let me get wire cutters real quick. A very handsome fellow. What's going on? How you doing today? Pretty sure we've seen you before, like quite a while ago. How you doing? What if we shared input and output hatches? That's actually pretty funny. I never even thought of that. That was a good joke. I like that one. You can use blocking card with double me fluid terminal so it doesn't share the circuit for the items you want to craft. Okay. So yeah, when we get over there, maybe I'll have to figure that out. Use a blocking card with a double me fluid terminal. Oh, are you talking about the dual interface terminal, right? That's what you're talking about? Yeah, blocking card. So it will not share the circuit for the item you want to craft. Okay, we'll do boom, 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 boom. She'll have to drop down a little bit sooner. Energy hatch. We had some over here, actually. Hold on. Whoa, are you streaming crazy early today? Oh, you are streaming crazy early today. Yeah. You know, it would have been even crazier early if I would have crawled out of bed, because I fell asleep at like 6:30 last night because I was just so tired. But sadly, I didn't actually crawl out of bed right away, so it's only this crazy early and not even crazier early. How you doing today, though, Yummy? Alright, so we got that. Get our energy going. Sweet, we're all connected. Same thing happened to me, funnily enough. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was something in the air yesterday, just making us tired. And the quadruple input hatch, so it will stop fluid if first item is finished, or hasn't finished. Well, would you even need all that? I guess, like you're saying, the quad input hatches might not be a bad idea anyways, just to get more fluid types in here. $32,000, $64,000. That's so expensive right now. We can't even really afford it. We just tested this quadruple input hatch. I've been farming crops for nearly 7 hours now. I've been up since 12 a.m. Holy shit. That's pretty crazy. Just, what is it? The Hypixel Skyblock, I'd assume? Alright, we're just gonna start it with this, just to get a general understanding, and then we'll upgrade after. So the funny thing is, I don't even know if these dual interfaces is really what I want. Output bus. These are P2P tunnel. What? P2P tunnel, dual interface. Don't know why you would use that rather than just normal P2P tunnel. Me interface, P2P, yeah. Don't understand the differences, but okay. Go away, advertisement. I'm trying to read chat. Yep, Hypixel Skyblock. How far away from beating that are you? I know you've been playing it for a long time. Oh my gosh, the cat is freaking out. Okay, so dense cables cannot connect. Kinda sucks. But whatever, we can get smart cable, me smart cable, me backbone smart cable. Oh, okay, it's getting rid of. That's 6. Actually, you know what? Funny thing enough, is this the output bus? I like how it has lines in it. I don't know why this has. Yeah, I don't understand what all the lines mean. 1, 3, 1. So there should be 3, 6, 8 channels there. Oh, it's not. That's right. It's not even connecting. Hold on. to 1 of 8, and that's 9 of 32 channels. Perfect. I was informed that you can use multiple output hatches on Steam multi-blocks, so now I can centrifuge tons of ash very fast. Ooh, very nice. I centrifuge the dark ashes from my BBFs. That's not a bad idea. Pretty sure I farmed in total at nearly 8 million melon slices. I know I had to use 6.9632 melon slices for a tool and equipment upgrades. Yeah, don't you have the like the little helpers or like the minions that can like harvest them for you now too? Or do you still do a lot of like manual harvesting? I still think you have to do a lot of manual stuff. See, I kind of liked all of like the upgrades and stuff, and I liked a little bit of like how the grind was. Although I didn't even start from the beginning. I started like way far into it with Porcupine. Oh, I see. So this is one, the light blue is one channel. That's showing 3 channels there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the light, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's all 8 going through there. Okay. That makes sense. That's kind of cool. I actually like that. I like how that works. Oh, and this must represent 4. 4, 8. Yeah, okay. I see how these are working. 12. 4, 8, 12. Yep. Crazy. You do a lot of manual for anything that takes a lot of resources. Otherwise, feel free to wait for like 2 to 3 years. Yeah, right? Jeez. Yeah, if you wanted to... So, there is an end to the game, like the mod pack, right? Okay. Hey, Kate, welcome to the stream. How you doing? And Spaghetti, how are you? Marcus, welcome to the stream. Oh, where's my crafting terminal? Processing, pattern. Okay, I don't have my toolbox. Toolbox, hello, where are you? Somewhat, okay. Incomplete structure. Why is it incomplete? That has to be in the middle. Oh, I see. There's nothing in my dang toolbox? Oh, there's not. Oh, boy. I guess, tape. Hold on. Okay, so we got tape now. Sadly, to even reach that level, you have to also wait for real-life events to happen, like Halloween or Christmas Day. Really? That's insane that they lock stuff like that. Currently, the max level is 410, and that's if you complete all the game and collect, like, every stuff. Like, every single item, max out every single skill. Basically, you have to do everything there is. Sadly, to even reach that level, yeah, you have to wait for all that. Also, even the game's own birthday. Hey, Flint, why are you in creative? So I switched over to my creative world so that I could test out how to... What do you want to say? How to automate the LCR, so that way when we go back to our actual world today, that I can... What is it? I can automate molten polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, and... What is it? PTFE. Just because... It's a lot easier messing around with, you know, giving myself stuff now, and then going back to, you know, the actual world after. So I just got it connected up to, like, a little me system, which actually... Are these all empty? Yes. So, let me see my fluid terminal. Molten polyethylene. Oh, that's like 600... that doesn't let me dump it in. Dang it. Oh boy. Is there easy or quicker ways to like fill up a system with like lots of fluid for testing purposes like this? Also, I don't know if I've ever seen you before, Flint. How are you doing? I love the profile picture. I guess I could get a bunch of cells. Molten polyethylene, which these are worth like nothing. Does AE2 store your items in the system in a different file? What do you mean by a different file? Welcome back, Flint. I was gonna say, Flint, I don't know if you heard or not. I was asking you... I don't even remember what I was asking. I was asking if this is your first time here, because I don't remember your profile picture. It is pretty cool. And your name. So, we should have a cell... Yes. Molten redstone, molten polyethylene. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm good. I've been playing Gregtech New Horizons recently, and I'm pretty new to it. Well, I wish you the best of luck with it. It is a very, you know, advanced mod pack that does take a lot of messing around with. Or even for me, it takes sometimes asking my audience, you know, kind of how things are supposed to operate, or, like, in this instance, testing some stuff out. It is my first time here. Thank you. Yeah, well, thank you very much, and hope you enjoy your time here. And I would look forward to seeing you more often in some future streams. If you wouldn't mind helping us reach 500 followers on TikTok, I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I've been playing Gregtech in general for about a year. And the world that you're going to see me jump into later has been going on since November of last year. So it's almost a year old. I had to make a second playthrough because my first one got corrupted, sadly. And LV currently. See, LV is really, really fun when it starts to... And I feel like it really starts to kick off the mod pack. Thank you very much for the follow as well. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I hope that you're enjoying it. And I wish you the best of luck with your playthrough. Because it is a long time that we're going to be here if we plan on going all the way. I do anyways. Let's see, Selena, there's like barely any tin near me in my world, near my base or in my Twilight world I've explored. Damn. Yeah, you got, so that's the thing too, is like just a lot of luck in where you live. Hey, The Bomb, welcome to the channel. Finally popping by to say thank you and curse you for getting me into Gregtech New Horizons. I learned about it from your videos and have decided to play it for myself. I'm now an HV. Ooh, congratulations on making it that far. But yeah, thank you very much for popping into the stream, and I apologize. And I'm also not sorry for bringing you to Minecraft's greatest mod pack. Also, The Bomb, where are you from? I just want to ask because it's kind of like not a normal hour of day that I'm streaming. I just fell asleep really early last night, so that's why I'm here right now. If you're not comfortable with answering, that's all fine and dandy. But yeah. Was it like you found... I assume you probably found one of the first few videos. It wasn't like the most recent one. Chunky the Hedgehog, welcome to the stream. Also, Tooth Grinder, how you doing? So yeah, Tooth Grinder. I'm trying to set up something here to where I can automate molten polyethylene. So, okay, let's go back to the recipe for it. Recipe. So in a large chemical reactor, we can take oxygen and ethylene, which I feel like we go even further back. Huh. That is crazy. We could take titanium tetrachloride to make even more of this stuff. Currently in Tokyo, so it's only... Oh, it's 9 p.m. for me. Okay. So that would make sense then. Yeah, because normally I would start maybe a couple hours from now, like the days that I don't have work. And then the days that I do work, let me see, 7 p.m. Yeah, it would probably be like 2 a.m. your time or 3 a.m. your time. So it makes sense why we're seeing you now. But thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And once again, I wish you the best of luck on your playthrough there. Hey Blaze, how's it going? Pretty good, Klaus. How you doing? Casual Cannibal. Pretty sure I've seen you before. Welcome back. Where else are you going to be streaming? I'm hearing a lot of chat messages that I don't see. So there's also chat going on TikTok. So TikTok's my secondary thing. YouTube's my main thing. Yeah, I just do it to kind of broaden my audience a little bit, just to get myself out there more, so I can hopefully turn this into a career. Steve's Lava Chicken, yes. Hey, Heaven Hound, welcome back. Been a while since I caught one of these lives. It's all good. Very happy to have you here. So yeah, we just need ethylene and oxygen. So we're gonna take this, go back, oxygen, that. So now we'll just get some cells, dump that all into here. Starry K0, welcome to the channel. I got a question. I'm just got into the Steam Age and I want to build a water tank. Is there some good method to get more sticky resin and rubber? Yes. So if you do some, what is it? I forgot. No, I don't know if it's like A2 crop farming or crop breeding. I would do some of that. Or I'm trying to think of another way that I did it. Honestly, that is the way that I did it. So you're going to want some stick reed crops, and to get those, you're going to breed just normal reeds until you can get the stick reed, and just keep messing around with those to get more and more seeds. Those are by far like the greatest ever. I had maybe 5 to 8 stick reed plants, not even maxed out in stats. They were placed underneath an auto harvester. And while I was doing everything else, harvesting everything else, you know, messing around with my base, I had plenty enough sticky resin that I'm still using it back from, like, LV age. Slime tree. Oh, yeah. Slime trees are really good, too, for manual, starting, like, manually. Started an Infernum run a few weeks ago, and oh boy, it's been terrible. Terrible? Why is that? Don't tell a new player to do stick reed crossbreeding. It's not as bad as you think. I mean, yeah, maybe you have in half an hour to an hour or so to start it up, but it ain't that bad. Answer your question about which video I found. I started with your Season 2 100%ing videos. Binged them all and then found another video channel to keep watching called Threefold. Threefold is the big YouTuber that I kind of started with watching. Like, once I heard about it, it was pretty cool. And that's kind of what I hopefully strive to be. I love his editing style and just the, I guess, the play style that he had. And your YouTube videos are so entertaining. Well, thank you very much. The big thing that I'm sad about with, like, what I allowed to kind of happen with my videos is that, I guess it's not more so I allowed them to happen. Squirrel Winter Storm, I love the name, thank you very much for the follow. I just get busy with work, and then I have classes for my work, since I'm an apprentice. And then I had some vacations, so then I would spend all the free time I had streaming, and I really wouldn't do any video editing. Or when I would have time, I wouldn't do it, because I just kind of like sit there and I procrastinate because I feel like what I might do is not going to turn out to be good. But with like the most recent video, I just edited it and I'm like, you know what, we're just going to make it and we're just going to post it. And I need to get more into that mindset right now. Is like, it's better off for me to just create the content rather than worrying about perfecting it now. Because the big thing that I like a big quote that I found and that I love. Hold on a second, just seeing who that was. Aston Graves, thank you very much for subscribing. A big thing that I like going off of now is make it exist first, make it better later. And I keep seeing it, and it makes sense. I keep seeing it on multiple things across. Like, you obviously see Elon Musk with the rocket engines that he was making, and then you see it with maybe other content creators and all that stuff. Can anyone join? So this world is single player, so I do apologize. No one can join, but a lot of the other games that I do play, people are allowed to join in, so if that is something you're interested in, like Terraria eventually, once we get some nice updates for that, that's going to be a big thing. Roblox, any of the other games that we have going on our channel. How do I get sugar beets? You just got to get lucky with sugarcane breed and all that, or just like any other plants. The moment you pull off adrenaline on a boss, she shreds them for some reason. Rip. Oh, I hate Abigail, the Terraria summon. She just completely sucks early and late game. Thanks, but I cannot find a slime island, and I'll try that. Sounds good. Excuse me. Okay, so there we go. So let's get some oxygen and some other stuff into the cells here. So oxygen cells, that's liquid oxygen. I wish we could put them, oh, there we go. So we could put all three into there. Boom, boom, boom. So we got 128k, it ain't bad. And then ethylene. No. Where's just the normal ethylene? Oh boy, ethylene cell. Okay, so we can max put it out just like that. Okay. Oh no, that's ethylene glycol. Oops. And Gregtech New Horizons can be engineering. Yeah, you can be engineer. You could be you could literally be a computer programmer in here with the Open Labs computer or Open Computer, something like that. That's some crazy stuff, honestly, that you can start to program to get things to work. Like, that seems like it's going to be painful. Which I will have to do quests on that at some point, so that's going to be interesting. Just wondering, why are you in creative mode while playing the pack? So yeah, don't be worried. The only reason I'm doing this, it's a test world, yeah. So we're just trying to test out to see how I can automate the production of things in the chemical reactor that isn't related to items. So normally with the single blocks, you can just send an item and a fluid together through a dual interface. But I've never messed with the multi-blocks, so just being able to send a recipe of, say, oxygen and ethylene in to make molten polyethylene, that's going to be the harder part for me. Extracting the items and everything is always going to be easy because it's always just going straight back to your system. So the extraction's never the hard part. It's always the input that's going to be the hard part. Other than maybe the extraction later on when we have like universals or whatever those are. Then we'll have to worry about maybe extraction a little bit differently. Well, that's only the circuit that you have to worry about getting back to everything else, so that's something else. How do you plan on making plastic for the Me system? Well, that's what we're working on right now, the molten polyethylene. That's going to be their plastic, yeah. And then if I have to, then, like if I have to make it into a solid form, I could just, you know, request it or something like that. Top 3 hardest bosses in each time of the world has to be Slime God or pre-hard mode Moonlord for the hard mode, and so for the Poltergeist for post Moonlord. Yeah, I mean that's why I love that mod pack, is that there's just so many like actually good challenging bosses. And I'm expecting Old Duke and Dog to be much harder than the Poltergeist. Dog is insanely terrible. For me it was. I meant, what polyethylene route do you plan on using? See, that I don't really know in my actual world for getting the ethylene. I have to figure that one out yet. Stickweed is so tedious to breed, I can't even go AFK without the weeds killing everything. I stick to IC2 crops Now, by the way, everyone should go for the glow flower farm, infinite gold. So you know what's even better than the glow flowers? If you're lucky enough to get the glow shrooms, because when you harvest the glow shrooms, you can take those and put them right back onto a crop and start to grow that one. Whereas, like, you have to get lucky with, what is it called? The glow flower. You can exponentially grow your farm a lot faster. Although it may be harder to get better stats on the mushrooms. Maybe not, unless you breed them with, say, like some high-growing stick reeds. But that's what I did, is a bunch of glow shrooms, and they are insanely fast. Like, I have more gold than I know what to do with. But the glow flowers work just as well, too. I think you accidentally missed some chats a minute ago. Let me see. I probably did. Oh, I see. I did miss something. I get you. My real job is engineering, and when I come home, I often don't have interest in doing more engineering. At least fluids are simplified here. Yeah, exactly. And Gregtech New Horizons can be engineering. But even then, like, yeah, you're saying it can still be fun with the way that we have to go about it here. Richard, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Is there a brewery multi-block in 2.7? I would assume, maybe? Alright, so now we have to figure out how we're going to craft molten polyethylene. So is there a way we can get an export bus? Hold on. So we're going to have to do this view mode, sadly, in order to see anything in the AE2 system, which we're going to see more stuff than we want, but we'll have to kind of keep our eyes. Why can't we see? Oh, really? Even with view mode on, we can't see the AE2 quest page? How does that make sense? Always draw implicit dependencies. That's crazy. The only page I care about. I've been breeding up IC2 crops in MV to prepare for benzene, but when it comes to sugar and other products, not sure how many plants I should automate down the line. Any suggestions? So if you can get your hands on some yellow stone lily, that's going to be amazing for EV to get tungsten. Obviously, if you want sugar for, you know, oxygen automation, it probably would be better with sugar beets rather than sugar cane. Stick reed's obviously good for rubber. You wouldn't really need a lot, because as you continue to harvest it over time, you're just going to have huge amount. You're zoomed in, zoom out. Oh, I'm already in the page. Okay, thank you. Oops. Okay, view mode. Okay, so we're good here. Okay, we can still click on everything too. So, yeah, we have the level emitter out of polytetrafluoroethylene. Basically the same as the fluid detector cover. Ugh. Fluid detector cover. Where was that? Emptying tanks, filling tanks. Export bus for fluids only. Import bus for fluids only. Just look at the bottom right corner. Bottom right corner for what? Oh, the A pay. Okay. I have almost every IC2 crop up to tier 8. Dang. But, like, I mean, do I need 9 sugar beets in a field or a whole field per plant, etc.? So that's the thing. I mean, depending on what tier you're in, like LV, MV, whatever, I mean, 9 sugar beets, depending on how fast they grow, would be alright to set up for oxygen now. But as you continue to go on, you might need more and more. But by that point, you'll probably have better methods of producing oxygen other than the plants. The stick reed, I only had like 5 to 8 of them at like max, at like LV. And that got me through all the way till today. And I still have a huge excess of rubber for coating my wires and stuff. The whole field for sure. Overkill is the main Gregtech New Horizons mechanic. Yeah, yellow stone lily, you want an entire field for that. That for sure, you want your entire field. MV, but we'll probably get to HV today and gonna aim for benzene as my next goal. Overkill works. Alright, so let me see here. Yeah, salt root, you'll want like a full field of that. Tier stocks. Why yellow? I thought black, but I haven't looked at yellow. So yellow is going to give you endstone dust, and endstone dust is used to make tungsten. The black stone lily, I don't think you can get tungsten out of it. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, yellow is the one you want to go with. Quantum bridging your outputs. Except for silicon, right? That I don't know. Alright. Trying to figure out. So this one, me level emitter. This device will turn on or off a redstone signal based on how much an item you specify or energy in the network if you select the mode you have in your network. Left click an item into the space between the 1000 numbers to add. Click again while holding to remove. So I'd assume Bowen, what's going on? This guy, don't have much time to watch before I head to the gym. All good, but how you doing? Pretty sure we've seen you, like, a while back. How you doing? This is embarrassing, but I am an HV and am still using Steam exclusively. I run an EBF on Steam. Dang. I use huge dark steel pipes. There's no shame in that. I mean, you're just being, what is it? I was going to say efficient. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but you're continuing to use everything that you already have. That's nice. Carlos, what's going on? Okay, so Carlos, I need some help. I was trying to like figure stuff out. I want to try and figure out how to automate molten polyethylene or any chemicals, I guess, through the LCR. Right now, I just have some dual interfaces on the fluid hatches and stuff like that. And then this is just the item hatch up here with the normal interface. So I want it to be where I would use, say, a fluid level emitter. So I would want to use one of these to where, okay, I'm under 10,000 molten polyethylene. I want the system to craft up, say, 1,000,000 more, or however much I decide. But I don't know if it's like export buses that work with the signal that these give off, or if there's a different, better method. Like, I could just search up a YouTube tutorial, but since I'm streaming, don't really want to watch a YouTube tutorial while I'm streaming. Dual interface is overkill for these hatches. But the thing is, I don't think, normal interfaces can allow fluids to travel through, so that's the only reason why. By the way, finally got my first IV energy hatch. Congratulations on that. That's crazy. Need to use buffer ingredients. Buffer ingredients. What do you mean by buffer ingredients? You're not talking about an actual buffer, right? Like chest buffer stuff there? I don't think so. Excuse me. Thank you, Indium. I despise this garbage with a passion. Put a toggle bus on a cable. A toggle bus. Toggle bus. Oh yeah, let me see. Those were in here too, weren't they? I could have sworn they were here. Yeah, put a toggle bus on the input subnet and level emitter powering the toggle bus. Okay. Deku Storm, thank you very much for following. I greatly appreciate it. Ingredient buffer of A2 stuffs. Oh. Ingredient buffer. Huh. Yeah, so I'm also trying to see this method. A toggle bus will turn the channel flow through off with a redstone. Oh, so basically it would be like a line that's constantly pumping the ingredients to make it, but the redstone signal is what, you know, turns it on and off. Hi, how's it going? How you doing, Storm? How's your day going? So, I'll try that out. I'm going to try and see what Carlos's idea is first with these guys, the ingredient buffers. So, can we turn these actually into... Yeah, survival inventory, please. No crafting. Just put the dual interface on it, and with conduits or pipes, and you can send items and liquids to the hatches. So this is just a buffer to store more items in. Yeah, remember redstone on equals machine on. Okay. Have all my EBFs using the toggle bus in level emitter. Right, so that's all that does though, Carlos, is it just stores ingredients in the buffer? I guess, let's see. I could put export buses. So you probably, yeah, just have export buses on these. It receives liquids and items from AIVC prescription. He has to send them to the hatches. So you're saying the other... Input buses automatically pull from interfaces. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's... So how would I filter dual interface? Okay, so this is fluid. This is like the fluid filter, right? Use quad for liquids? Alright. We'll do a quad hatch there. Crud, gotta go, but I'll send you a tutorial that covers how to do this when I wake up. Saw a good YouTube video on this. Sounds good. We'll see you later, The Bomb. Thank you very much for jumping in. Yeah, if you want to post it over in the Discord or wherever, feel free to do so. There's a link to that down in the description. Do as a normal pattern for liquid recipes. So, make a pattern. So you're saying make it as like a normal fluid pattern like the... Oh. It's oxygen. If you're using the LCR for a single recipe, you won't need a pattern. Okay, I guess that makes sense, but probably initially, right away, and even like way later on, I'll probably be using an LCR for multiple recipes, just to hopefully save us, what do you want to say? Save us some materials on machines. Hey, Wather, what's going on? So, yes, molten drops of polyethylene. If I connect this... So it should drop in oxygen and ethylene, and then hopefully craft more. So we'll see. Craft 1,000, I don't know. So craft 1,000. Why is this not crafting? No valid recipe. You need to put the pattern in the liquid buffer interface. Wait, oh, so okay. In here? The ingredient buffer? Or is there actually a liquid buffer? No, okay. Interesting. Since we don't really care about the space of this right now. Unless, hold on. Pattern. Like that. Do batch mode. Buffer ingredient. It receives items and liquids, and you have to send them to hatches with conduits. Oh. So, okay, so it would have to be further away. That's crazy to do that. Take that, please, and thank you. So you have to do this. Crafting. I have a processor there. Okay, so it's getting oxygen. Oh, and it has ethylene in it there now too. Okay. So now I have to send it with conduits though? Fluid conduits for liquids and item conduits for solids. Huh. Interesting. What does it even take to make one of these? Hold on. Sell workbench. Okay, let me see. I should have conduits over here. Actually, no, it's going to be extract. I think it doesn't even notice. Oh, but hatch. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Actually, hold on. I want to see if it works with this. 2000. No, okay. There it goes. There it is. Okay, so that's... wow. It can be pipes too, but conduits share blocks and have multiple tiers. Now you need to give an output. A dual interface should solve it. Yeah, okay, that's actually kind of crazy. So I feel like this would be a lot easier than using like level emitters and stuff. And because it's A2 fluid crafting, because the buffer's there, I feel like maybe that's the intended way to do it. I don't know if it's the most efficient. Maybe, I don't know. But if it works, it works. So that's kind of nice. So now, I need to see if I can add maybe a level emitter to this, to where it'll send out a signal to go and craft more, maybe. I'm gonna let the cat in. She's being sassy because she's hungry. It's not breakfast time. Want to say hello to the audience? Say hello. Just don't want to talk. Gotta go now. See you later, Wather. Thank you very much for jumping in. We'll see you next time. Hey, Cybrux, how you doing? Blaze, is it possible to do all the desulfurization of all oil distillation tower recipes in one LCR? I would assume it probably would be. Might just take a little bit longer doing it all through one. Remember to put block mod if it doesn't mix recipes. Oh, you mean to, hold on. Like this? Yeah, allow insert of the same recipe. There we go, yeah, so we don't mix them. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so there's that. Overclock it, I've seen Hamcorp do it. LCR overclocks perfectly. Now I really have to go. Sounds good. See you later, The Bomb. Thank you very much for jumping in. Have a good rest of your day. So let me see. Toggle bus. Actually, hold on. There was the, hold on. Level maintainer. Oof. I don't know if that's technically connected. Okay, it is. Just to make it easier for us right now. Level maintainer. So we want molten polyethylene. Stacking up on HV circuits because I needed to get stuff done. I'm rushing Moon and I'll move all my automations to the personal dimension. In the personal dimension, I'll automate gasoline and get Bombcraft Nether Tree for infinite oil. Damn. Cheese in the Great Beyond. Love the name. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so amount to maintain. Yeah, count defines how many items should be held in stock before the requester starts requesting new crafts. So how many's in there right now? 14. Hold on, no, that's not right. Okay, we have 11k molten polyethylene. Say, we'll want 50k. Oops. $50k to craft, I don't know, 100k. No, let's do 10,000 to 20,000 here. 20k and maybe 25,000. Submit. Okay. Alright, head out. If you're heading out, we'll see you later, Bowen. Thank you very much for jumping in. Look under tutorials, LCR/MCR, what you want. Okay, so I assume you're talking about, like, for the videos and whatnot. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing that. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we'll go back to Pseudoblaze. Oh, somebody else shared something else in the Gregtech tips. What is bro doing? I'm trying to automate... Well, basically, I did actually automate the crafting of molten polyethylene, so that's kind of nice. So, I'm actually going to try to see if I can automate PTFE as well. But, I'm trying to see if I can get the level maintaining first. So, currently errored. The requester is trying to schedule a crafting job, but is failing. Possible reasons include missing recipe or insufficient resources. Probably insufficient, so actually that's kind of crazy. Isn't PE automation really easy? It probably is. PTFE also almost fully circulates. It is probably easy, but I've never done it before with any of this stuff, because I've never really messed around with AE2 and whatnot, so I'm just trying to see. So we're going to need lots of ethylene and oxygen. Oxygen we have plenty enough of. Ethylene we have. Actually, we should have enough of plenty of everything. 118,000, 126,000. So, recipe. Control Shift A. Say if we wanted 25k, let's see how bad this is. Sure. That's oxygen. That's air. So 116,000 of oxygen. Okay, so maybe we need a little bit more oxygen. Ethy. Alright, so 254k and 246k. We should have plenty enough. We don't even need that much ethylene anyways. Oxygen. Why account defined? Okay. The amount of craft must be multiples of the recipe, not random numbers. Okay. So 25056. Okay, do you want to start a craft? Oh, you know what? Okay, so hold on. It probably... Okay, the cat's clawing up a lot of stuff. Hold on. 25056. Probably don't have enough crafting storage. 25056. Oh no, that's only 159 bytes of storage. You have no idea about that either, but I automated polyethylene with just inputting oil and oxygen from the silicon line. Make a silicon line for oxygen. So I already have plenty of oxygen. Oh, unless you're talking about with silicon from obsidian, I already have that kind of, which is pretty nice. A recipe makes 1,500, then 3,000. Really, a recipe only makes... Doesn't make sense. Because this says 216, so it wouldn't be a perfect... I guess I'll do 1,500, okay. 3,000, so I'll do 30,000 then. Unless it has to be connected to the system here. Not obsidian, it makes silicon from cobblestone. A cobble generator and a transfer node with world interaction upgrades. Dang. Hey Dylan, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you very much for the likes as well. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, I don't know why you're not working there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it is connected up to all of these, so this should be fine. Let's do that. Yeah, it's outside the main network. Okay, so let's do this. So say 20,000. And then we'll do the number that I was doing here, 25056. Because it worked before, I thought. 25. Let's just do 25,000, just to test. Okay, so it is... Dang it. Profile picture. What about the profile picture? So we'll do with the actual number here. We have plenty of oxygen. For sure, plenty of ethylene. Alright, so now we'll do the 30,000 like you're saying. Has to be a perfect number or whatever. Submit. First slot is the total you want to keep in the system, and the second slot is the amount you want to craft at one time. Yeah. So I got that. Makes sense. So it should want to craft because it's under 20,000. But it says it doesn't have enough to craft 30,000, which it does. I guess, hold on, 30,000 now. 139k, so no, it still has plenty enough. Do you remember me? I changed my... Oh, from Louis to a drawing someone made for me. Okay, I remember the Louis profile picture. Now that you say that, yes, I do remember you. Welcome back. Do you want 20k but want to craft 30k at a time? Well, this is just a test. I mean, this is just a test. What happened to hell diving this morning? Good morning, Joker. I can do some hell diving pretty soon. I just wanna... So... Oh, wait. What time did I say that we were gonna do that? I, like, fell asleep at 6:30 last night, and I should have woke up at, like, 3 in the morning today, but I didn't. But yeah, I can hop on there pretty soon. I just want to get this figured out on how to automate this real quick. You said it would be early, so I assumed I missed it. I apologize. I am really sorry about that. Because I didn't clarify anything with you yesterday just to, like, verify it. I am sorry. But yeah, if you want to, I mean, I'm hoping in, like, 15 minutes here I'll just be done. Its total is less than the size of the craft. Isn't that what you would want, though? You would want the total less than the size of the craft. Because, say... Yeah, because you would want the craft to be more. I mean, I guess I could just turn it down to 15,000. To me, it would make sense the way that I was doing it with the numbers, the way that they just were. I'm gonna chill here while editing. Sounds good. Editing up some shorts or like a video. I got like an hour to watch before I have to go golf. All good. All right, let me make sure that what is it? Helldivers is updated. I'm pretty sure I updated it, but I'm just making sure. Steam. Dude, yeah. Dude, I was so mad. Like, I just started watching YouTube videos yesterday. And, what is it? Sorry, I was looking at something. It still says I can play Everybody's Golf. I don't know if it's because it's in Porcupine. Oh, from your Steam family library. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I fell asleep at like 6:30 last night. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I might as well just wake up at 3 in the morning. But I'm like, laying there. I didn't want to get up at 3, so I got up at like 6. Helldivers update queued. Okay, update that. Even though I literally updated it a second time after I downloaded it. Ugh. How big of an update is this? Oh, it's literally done. Done downloading. It's only 80 megabytes. Okay. That's nothing. Do you play Silksong? I heard it's good. So I don't play Silksong. I haven't played the original Hollow Knight yet, so there's that. You're asking to craft 30k, but the system can only have 20k. I just thought it was supposed to be... It could... No, see, that's... What you're saying doesn't make sense. Can only have... What this is the amount to maintain. So the minimum it has to have would be lower than what it's crafting, which would make sense. If I want 10,000... Like, okay, if I at least want 10,000... But when I hit 10,000, I want it to jump back up to maybe 1,000,000, so that way I can continue to use it without having to craft it all the time. Otherwise, if you have the number lower, you'll have to do multiple crafts in order to maintain that low number, or you'd be crafting all the time. Kind of like the same thing with the battery buffer. You'd want it to turn on at a low percentage and turn off at a high percentage, so that way it can drain without keeping the machines on or the generator on all the time. Helldivers is always updating. Also, I found out why your download took so long the other day. Helldivers jumped to 140 gigs on PC with the recent update. It's not supposed to be... Oh, it's not supposed to be 140 gigs. I was going to say, yeah, I was like, I don't remember the game being this big. Space Marine 2 is on sale right now, just saying. Alright, sounds good. I just bought that Everybody's Golf the other day to play with Porcupine. And the last one on the PlayStation was absolutely amazing. I loved it. This one was $40. I'm like, whatever, okay, if it's good enough, fine. It was not what I wanted. It was nowhere near as good as the last one. I had to request a refund for the first time ever on Steam. Alright, so yeah, it still doesn't want to craft. It still says errored. Idling, the requester is idling. When the requested amount is already reached, there's no crafting pattern for this item. Wait, hold on. Let me move my TikTok chat. It's always in the way. Just got the original Hollow Knight. Nice. Here we go. So yeah, requester is idling when the requested item is already reached. Which makes sense. There's no crafting pattern for this item or fluid, or if there are not enough ingredients to request more crafts. The requester is trying to schedule a crafting job, but is failing. Possible reasons include missing a recipe or insufficient resources. So there's no other special machine that I need for this, right? The system is currently crafting the requested item or fluid. The requester is trying to export the crafting results to the system. If the requester has this status for a long time, there is no available space for the export. Okay. So let me just knock off a 0. 2,000 and 1,500. Actually, I'm going to go 3,000 because I think my thinking can and probably would be wrong, but test. Okay, well, I know there's a recipe. Unless, because this recipe is less than the 2,000 or the 3,000, or because it's made with dots. Let me remake this recipe with different fluid. Hold on. No. Or actually, yeah, why does it show up here as dots? Maybe that's why? 82 is harder than it needs to be. At least for reasons why I'm not understanding this. See? Let's see, just 10,000. Yeah, we already have 10,000. And... or that's 1,000. We'll do 1,500. See, it says errored. So, for some reason, it can't access this storage. Yeah, 11K right there. Maybe I'll just do it right here, because then it's going to have to be connected to that. 1,500. 3,000. Strange. Missing recipe. Is there nothing on the level maintainer here? King Darker, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. So there's cut the power. We don't care about that though. What up? Not too much. Just trying to figure out our A2 system right here. Which doesn't really make sense why it's not working. Try using liquids in the cell. Alright, let's try that, yeah. Hey Panda, how you doing this morning? Hey Chris, welcome to the stream. This is reminding me of my childhood. You used to play a lot of modded Terraria when you were a child? Good, glad that you're doing good, King Darker. Also, Chris, have we seen you before? You seem familiar. Molten poly... hold on. Polyethylene. See, that's a cell though. And we don't want the cells. What did the cow say to the leather chair? I feel like I've heard this joke before, but I can't remember the answer. Damn it. What did the cow say to the leather chair? So I guess this... no, it's not even 1,000 there. No, we're... it's gotta work with this. It's gotta. Hi, Mom. Oh, no. That's pretty good. What other jokes you got? Alright, 64. Alright, hold on. Makes no sense. I get kind of confused still when you talk to people that don't exist, but then I remember there's a TikTok stream. No, it's just me. I'm just schizophrenic. Kinda. I was more of a vanilla redstone kind of guy. Also, this is my first time here. Well, okay. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're doing well. That is actually awesome. Yeah, vanilla redstone. If you can make some crazy stuff with that, like, that is a really good skill to have. The craziest thing that I've ever made on my own with redstone is a secret door that would only open if you were to play a specific music disc. I found the error. You need to use a drop in the maintainer. See, that's... the problem is, though, is that the drops only exist in the recipes here. Unless I can change this recipe to show a fluid instead of a dot. That's the problem. Like, I kind of thought something similar with that because it's not the same. Did you hear the rumor about butter? What? I can't believe it's not butter because it's margarine. I did not hear the rumor about butter. You can get a drop in the system at least here. Here I can? How do I do that here? Hey Joker, did you actually play the update in the caves yet? With Helldivers? No, I'm not going to spread it. I'm not going to be spreading it. That's awesome. I don't think I've heard that one before, or it's been a very long time. That was a good one. You can get a drop in the system at least here. No, okay, so in the terminal... Oh. drops our items. Okay. Hey, 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 there we go. So now we're gonna do my 20 and 30,000 again. 20,000 and 30,000. Thank you very much for subscribing, whoever that was. Let me see here. Scundy, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Almost to 5,400. It wasn't working day one for PC. I'm hoping they patched it. Oof. Why don't bananas ever feel lonely? They're hanging with their friends? Or maybe something with their peel. So that still doesn't work, sadly, with the molten polyethylene drops. Oh, wait. Okay, because I gotta go put the recipe back. Hey, look at that. Finally. Oh my goodness. It's working. It's working. So we should have 30... No, we should have 40k by the time it's done. Something about a bunch. Oh, because they all hang out in bunches. Yep, casual, you got it. Pretty much, yeah. Dang. So I'm gonna let this sit and I'm gonna let this chill here. Now we actually got this figured out. Carlos, thank you very much for your help. Like, I cannot stress enough, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna go feed the cat. We're just gonna kind of mess around with some things. Are you gonna be ready pretty much right away, or do you want to wait a little bit, Joker? Like, I can go switch over to Helldivers as soon as possible. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Why did the lion go to therapy? He couldn't hear his roar? I don't know why I'm so bad at answering him. The second slot must be the amount that the recipe provides, and must be less than the total of the first slot. See, that doesn't make sense to me. And we'll talk about that when I get back. I'm gonna go feed the kitty cat real quick. 1 second, chat. Alright, I'm back. Take your time. Okay. Cave noise jump scare. He found out his wife was a cheetah. That's why the lion went to therapy. Oh no. Poor guy. Ugh. So, yeah. The thing you're saying doesn't really make sense to me, Carlos. Because it's working perfectly fine. In my opinion, so the amount you want to maintain, that's going to be the minimum amount of the item that you want to have in your system. Now, to me, it would make sense, the crafting batch size, you're going to want that to be larger, or maybe even way larger than the minimum, so that way you don't have to worry about your system constantly crafting, you know, or like crafting more often. I'd rather have one big craft than more crafts more often. First slot is the total stored. Second slot is how many recipes you want at a time. Example, 10k of poly, and each recipe produces 216, then 10k is 216. Yeah, I'd rather do it this way. I mean, it works. It must be multiples of 216 liter batches. Yeah. So I could understand that. Making it, rather than just like this number, I should probably make it 30,024 because it probably... I don't know what it did, if it made like one extra or one less. All jokes from my dad. Pretty good jokes. So yeah, like I could probably just use this just to figure out the numbers. Like this would be the exact of a 216 is 30,024. To avoid blocking the LCR, yeah. I agree with that. Very much so, I agree. But I'm still gonna keep the number a lot higher. Okay, so I'm gonna do another test. You want to send the exact recipe. Not broken, yeah. So, alright, how long have we been live here? Check my stream. An hour and a half already? Bro, where did the time go? I got today and tomorrow off, and then probably going to be busy all 5 days next week, Monday through Friday, 12 hours a day. Oof. So let's see if we can make molten polytetrafluoroethylene, whatever. Polytetra. So we're gonna see if we could get this going. Actually, no. We want the recipe for this. Recipe. Recipe. So obviously oxygen in that. So get a recipe going. Fluid pattern terminal. Boom. Boom. Yeah, make sure there's nothing clogged in here. It's all empty, so that's good. So let's do the same thing. I'll maintain 20,000. So we'll just do 2,000. No. Oh. No, see, that's more... Okay, hold on. No, it should be still the same, 216. 30,024. Of molten polytetrafluoroethylene. If the recipe is 216 liters, you can multiply 216 by 100, which would give you 21,600 liters at a time. If you send 100.5 recipes, it will not complete the recipe and the liquids will get stuck in the CPU and crash. Yeah, that makes sense. So we do need to put some of this in here. Boom. Boom. Oh, Cat's being a crackhead now. Just delete all those. So yeah, then you're also gonna need... Okay. Well, this stuff I should be able to figure out on my own, like tetrafluoroethylene. I should be able to figure this out. See. This is why I would need a different chemical reactor now, until I learn universals. Because circuit 24 for this, to get hydrochloric acid, all this other fun stuff. The only thing they fear is me. Thank you very much for the likes and welcome to the stream. So what does your factory do? So I'll go give you guys an actual tour of my real world. So this is nothing. This is my practice, my test world. So we're gonna go back to my actual one. Thank you very much for the follow. The only thing they fear is me. I greatly appreciate it. The same thing will happen in your stream. Same thing that happens in your stream will happen. You're crafting a processor and you cancel the recipe and the CPU crashed. Yeah. Well, I think some of the processors are like the things that you're talking about, like when the system crashed, is I think it played a big part in this, because before I cancel anything, unless I made a mistake, or maybe I did cancel one at one point that caused it to crash, but I try and check now, I try to check everything before canceling a recipe, just in case, you know, there's a clog or it's missing items and stuff. So this is my factory, actually, my real world. It's inside of what is going to be a volcano. So I'm going to start from the outside. We have the good old American flag out here, which is very, very beautiful. So eventually we're going to turn this into a volcano where we have our rocket ships blasting out of the center. It's going to be over there. So it still has a lot of work to do. It's going to be inside this mountain, though. You can see I changed some of the blocks back there to make it a little bit more volcano-like, which maybe at some point I should do that again soon. Gives my farm more time to process before we continue on with everything. But this is the basic energy tier level, LV. So this is as low as it gets for the electric tiers, which is pretty nice. One of my favorite areas. I love the lava ceilings, the lighting and everything. Some of the machines have been removed, but because you can see how nice it does look when they're all in there. Some of the steam multi-blocks that I have. And then we have this section over here. So all of these are basically just machines that I use to manually put items into to do some crafting. We have 2 electric blast furnaces that are used to smelt up a bunch of stuff. Like we have stainless steel going here right now. Pyrolos ovens that burn up the wood to turn it into fuel. And then we have the HV section. So up there was the MV with the smelters. This little section is used to make titanium. These 2 distillery towers make the benzene for our large gas turbines there that power up pretty much my whole base. We have this distillery tower, which distills oil. This one distills pretty much other random things, because it's the max height, it can distill pretty much anything. This is all the oil lines where the oil is distilled and outputted into here, and it's desulfurized in these machines, which is kind of nice. Then we also have an oil cracker that cracks the oil into... Actually, yeah, it just cracks, what is it? One of the oil outputs, and then we use that sometimes in the big distillery tower for whatever outputs that we need. Big clean room for making electric circuits in. Another crafting area for all of our AE2 stuff. So this is all hooked up to our main network right there for crafting everything automatically. This is incomplete, but this is kind of like the manual crafting HV area that we have. As well as, what is it? Our tungsten processing line, pretty much. We put in endstone dust or moonstone dust, and then we end up with the tungstic acid, which then I put into the smelter to get a bunch of tungsten back. And eventually there's going to be a pathway out there to the center of the volcano. This was the center, but I didn't realize I built it in the wrong spot, and it was going to cut off into my farm upstairs. So I kind of had to move it. Moon dust. Let's take all this. Probably should go check my endstone dust. It's probably overfilling right now. Wasting time and space, sadly. Let's let that go. One recipe got stuck because there was fluid left in the CPU, and you could craft 2, but only 1 completed. So how did it get stuck, though? So I crafted 2, but it should only ever send the perfect amount. So that's, I guess, I don't know how it got stuck with the fluid. I don't understand the half of what you're saying, but this looks cool. That's usually a typical response that I get. It's all good. Yeah, and honestly, to understand a lot of what does go on, you almost have to start from the beginning of like the mod pack just to see like the slow progression of everything and what's actually going on. But it's all good. I'm glad that you enjoy the way that it looks. Thank you very much. Blaze making the 101th recap of the base for one person. I gotta do it. I love being able to show people everything. Even if I have to do it multiple times, I think it's a good thing to do. I care about my viewers. Man, I cannot wait to get the multi-block extractor. Alright. So, yeah, we're going to probably be ending our stream here. We're going to be going to play some Helldivers with our amazing friend, The Lost Joker, as you saw him in the YouTube chat over here. Those of you over on TikTok didn't see that, but... So we're going to be ending. Yeah, we're going to be coming back with Helldivers 2. We're going to be checking out a lot of the stuff that we haven't seen. They added basically some Halo stuff, as well as caves now, actually. But that's going to do it for Gregtech New Horizons this morning. We should be, hopefully, back for Lucky tonight, if not for sure tomorrow morning. When you request the craft, all the items and liquids go to the CPU. If you cancel, the liquids are stuck in there. Oh... So they can get stuck in here Oh. So is that how I could sometimes? Like, if I canceled, I could see items that are stuck in here? Thank you very much for the follow, Chris. I greatly appreciate it. So, okay, there is stuff right there. So if I cancel, I wonder if I would see the items in here. Been crafting for 51 minutes. Why is it not finished? Or is there still a couple? Yes, okay. No valid recipe found. Really? You need to break it to fix it. Okay. That kind of... interesting to know, yeah. Crafting. So cancel. Let's cancel that. But because this one didn't craft because there was nothing in it. I see. Awesome. Alright, well, that helps out quite a bit. Yeah, this only really happens with liquids. I gotcha. So maybe I'll do something at one point. I'll do a test where I cancel it. I can see if I can see the liquids in there, and if not, I'll still just break them all, replace them all, and just go about my ways like that. But thank you very much today with all the help, Carlos. There is some stuff that I took away from today with the... What is it? Yes, the ingredient buffer, as well as being able to hopefully pretty easily get an automated LCR now. I greatly appreciate your help, as well as everybody that watched today. I greatly appreciate it. Keep an eye on the Discord for the next Gregtech New Horizons live stream. I'll probably use the same picture, maybe, just because we haven't really streamed a whole long time today with this. But we're going to be switching over to Helldivers 2, so if you're interested in watching that, feel free to do so. But thank you very much once again, everybody. We'll see you all next time. Blaze out. There we go. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How we doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Das is good. Get my stream rolling.
Why can't I hear myself?
I don't know.
What the hell?